All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Welcome to the West St. Paul Ice Arena. Get a shot of our roof here, one of these old school barns. Got one of our hockey dads, Travis Seraphin, construction guy, telling us he referred to the beams as blue lam, as in like laminate boards that make up the main trusses in the building. So, look at some of the banners in this place. We've got some 1973, 1974. Man, some history in this building. I remember skating in this barn when I was a mini-mite. But Wildcats here to take on the Two Rivers Riveters. Two Rivers is a combination, a co-op of girls that are from the Highland Park High School, Central High School, and Two Rivers, Johnson, Como. So huge co-op. I believe the boys team is known as the Warriors, the Two Rivers Warriors, but the ladies team plays under the handle of the Riveters. So you see the Rosie the Riveter logo up in the scoreboard, signifying the ladies, so kind of a cool logo. About to get started, Wildcats on the road, taking on Two Rivers. Puck drops. Ellie Simonson plays it to the defense for Two Rivers. Dumped in, Ara Pena retrieves. Pena reverses behind the net, plays off the back wall to Addie Smith. Smith met at the hash marks. Pena has to regroup. And pass to the corner to Britz. And Britz finds Petz. Petz pushes up through the neutral zone. Rivs leave a puck for Britz. Shot, pad save by Stanislavski, and the rebound, she read it. Got it in the glove, and got her first stoppage, 16-16 left in the first. Wildcats have Kristen Strozak, Raven Brink, and Sydney Schneider out at forward. Grace McLean and Addie Clemens at D. Here's a shot. It's the outside of the post. Ricochets into the corner where Grace McLean is locked up in the battle trying to get possession for the Wildcats. Ribs pass from the goal line. Puck bounces to the sidewall. Raven Brink picks it up, looks to the middle. Tipped in through the neutral zone. Schneider's going to give chase. Ribs defender able to evade, and they will dump. Puck's going to play off the back wall, tipped by Stanislavski to McLean. Here's McLean, connects with Strozak. Strozak looking for Brink in the neutral zone. Brink finds Schneider. Schneider do her forehand, snaps a shot, and a glove save. Goalie was traveling across the net front to Matt Schneider, and Schneider threw it against the grain, almost got it to go glove side low. Still zeros early in the first period, just getting started. There's Petz, Smith, and Simonson coming back on the ice. Pena and Britz at the blue line. Smith takes away the hands and forced the turnover momentarily. Riveters recover. Petz on the back check. Puck will roll in on Stanislavski, and we'll get a stoppage. Puck drops. Petz wins it to the wall. Britz turns to the corner, throws up the wall to Simonson. Pena's going to skate it behind the Waconia net. Turns tight on the post, and Wildcats are out of the zone. Here comes Addie Smith, driving wide. Turns the corner, puck poke checked off her stick. There was a backhand pass to Strozak, was knifing down to the net. McLean's shot is blocked. That'll go behind the Rivs net. Simonson is going to battle for possession. Rivs force a turnover, and Clemens will use those soccer skills. Deflected from skate to stick. Two Rivers offsides in front of the Waconia bench. I think one of the dangerous things about playing in this rink is that there's a White Castle on my way out of town. So it's going to be really tough not to pick up a Crave case. Oh, we've got a penalty against the Two Rivers Riveters. Wildcats going to get a power play. 14:22 left in the first. Puck bounces off the draw. Held in at the blue line. Bouncing puck collected by the Riveters. Team still trying to get possession. Waconia will tag up, played back up the wall, and that will make its way the distance of the sheet. Clemens retrieves for the Wildcats. Puck is going to come to a Riveters player. They drive into the zone. Shot block, pass off of McLean's skate. Puck will come up into the neutral zone. There's a tip by Brink to Schneider. Schneider turns up ice, loads up a shot, hits the goalie high, rebound back to Schneider. It's a pass to Brink, but it caught the goalie in the pads, and Riveter is able to clear. It's coming up on a minute left in the power play. Here's Pena, snaps a pass up ice to Brink. Brink will get a touch, but it's played back across the blue line. Britz regroups to Pena. Pena looks for Pets. That hits some traffic. Leah Britz has some room. She's going to skate it herself. Gains the red line, dumps. Puck bounces in on the goaltender and played to the corner. 30 seconds left on the power play. Wildcats haven't really got much set up in the offensive zone. Here's Ara Pena. Pena drives, crosses the blue line, loads up left-handed shot. Rest behind the net. Simonson on the forecheck, turns the attack back, turns the play the opposite direction. That little Nintendo sound, and the Riveters are back to even strength. Riveters cross through the neutral zone. McLean takes the angle. Gains possession, starts up ice. Pass ahead to Simonson. Simonson gets on her horse. It's a foot race. Still a 50-50 for the puck. Clemens came down to help. Here's Strozak too. And Raven Brink just stepping on the ice to start the shift. Puck is going to come to Grace McLean. McLean goes cross ice to Clemens, and Clemens tries to headman to Strozak. Strozak got a shot off. Went hard to the net for the rebound, and never know. Puck sneaks loose, referees laid on a whistle, you can get an easy goal. Puck drops. Britz got the shin pads on it, and she'll chip deep to Schneider. Strozak turns it back in at the hash marks. Pena chips it low from the point. Ara Pena will turn back up ice in the neutral zone. The pass to Strozak was tipped back into the Waconia end. Britz up ice to Brink. Brink will chip deep. Schneider's going to be first on the attack. She's able to tie it up on the back wall. Here's a pass to the middle. Found a Two Rivers stick, but those are the chances the Wildcats need. Attack with the forecheck and throw the puck to the net and just keep on hacking at it. Greasy goals count. Here's Britz. She'll cycle back to McLean, just beyond McLean's reach. McLean has one attacker coming after her, slows back up, gives McLean some room. McLean cuts to the middle, pass to Strozak. Strozak shot, steered away by the goaltender. Smith back to the net front. Puck rolls in front of the Zamboni doors. Clemens being opportunistic on the pinch. Has it on the goal line, reverses directions behind the net, goes back to the corner. And thrown up the wall, held in by McLean. Here's a shot on net. Puck is still loose. Here's a chance for Betts. There's the offensive zone time the Wildcats were looking for. See if Clemens can spin it back and get the Wildcats going back in the offensive end. Spins off an attacker, sends it up the wall to Simonson. Simonson, puck poke checked off her stick. Bouncing puck, McLean will come back to retrieve. There's a pass and Schneider skates. She's able to direct it up to the stick. Puck crosses over the blue line, will get dumped back in deep, and Clemens will retrieve. And breakout pass to Schneider. Schneider's pass is behind Brink, and that'll make its way all the way down for an icing. 8:45 left in the first period. Strozak on the draw. Puck comes to Schneider. Schneider to Brink. Puck poke checked away from Brink. Here's a shot. Hits Britz and goes behind the net. Leah Britz from the hash marks looking for Brink. Doesn't connect, but the puck comes out into the neutral zone. Strozak and Schneider with the guillotine attack. Force a turnover. Britz up the boards to Brink. Brink dumps. Strozak is the first on the attack. Number 16 for the Riveters has a chance. Throws a shot on Stanislavski from the goal line, and glove save skated away by Pena. Nice toe drag by Pena. She'll send it back to Clemens. Clemens passed through the neutral zone to Simonson, was behind, but Clemens will get another chance at it. There's their partner McLean. McLean coming back to Clemens. Clemens enters his own. Chance for Simonson, loads up a shot, hits the goalie right in the chest, and gets a save. Good look for number 24, Ellie Simonson. That's able to win the draw to Smith. McLean stepped up, took a slap shot, deflected in the neutral zone. Wildcats' zone entry is unsuccessful, but pushing the defense back a little bit. The Riveters trying to drive wide. Get a shot off and a glove save by Stanislavski. Ryland saw that one all the way into the mitt, get a defensive zone faceoff. Shot right off the draw. Save, and Stanislavski uses the paddle of the stick to pull it back and get a glove on it. There's a chance from the point. Shot and a goal. That one went blocker side high. Maybe, but there's some traffic in front of Stanislavski, and maybe didn't get a clear look at it, but Two Rivers will open the scoring. 6:51 left in the first period. drops. Brink collects. Strozak will chip it deep. And Schneider on the back check, able to pick up a loose puck. Enters the zone. Shot from Brink. It's a pair of skates. Deflects to the sidewall. This one may make it down for an icing. And it does. Dueling banjos? Yeah, it's, I don't know if I should be happy or scared. Nothing against dueling banjos, but I won't even go into it. Here's Pets. Shot off the draw is going to go wide of the net. Simonson hustles to the sidewall, picks it up. Snaps a pass to the point, shot by McLean. Nice hard pass by Ellie Simonson with extra mustard on it. 3-on-2 chance for the Riveters. Diverts back below the goal line. Move the puck to the point. Here's a shot, bouncing puck. Intercepted by Pets. Regrouped by the Ribs. Attack pushed to the outside by McLean. Centering pass, shot. Oh! Yeah, the Riveters jumping up to a 2-0 lead. Had a player drive the puck wide and one going hard to the net, and the pass was on the money. Wildcats have a little bit of ground to make up, but a lot of time to do it. A lot of game to do it, but yeah, you don't want to be waiting. They are getting chances off of the forecheck. Keep that going. And they'll get a chance now. No icing. The defenseman for the Two Rivers Riveters just able to hop off the goal line quick, and that's a good forecheck there. Here's a throw it across ice. Brits will dump it. Rolling puck to Strozak. Strozak plays it back for Brink. Two Rivers player has some trouble with it on the wall. Wildcats get a second chance to turn the attack back, and they do. The Raven Brink backhand pass to Strozak, and shot just wide. And Schneider hustled over to the sidewall to pin that attack. Riveter is able to clear the zone. Brits from one knee, pass to Brink, connects. Here's a pass ahead to Schneider. Chip back through the neutral zone. McLean calms down a rolling puck. Moves up on her backhand side, driving wide. Try to backhand pass to the slot. That one was blocked. Back check by Strozak. Pass to the slot. Back checking McLean, able to intercept. McLean loses an edge, and able to maintain possession or just keep it at 50-50. Poke check by Clemens. Reverses direction behind the Waconia net. Breakout pass is intercepted. And Clemens is just going to take it upon herself, start the breakout. Dumps deep, has Addie Smith on the attack. That one's going to play back up the wall. Simonson. Pets, puck held in at the blue line by Pena. And back up through the neutral zone. Riveters 1-on-1. Well played by Brits. Forces the turnover, skates it away. Pass ahead to Simonson. Simonson had one player to beat to get on a breakaway, and the Riveters are offsides. Dude, Eddie Murphy party all the time. Dude, whoever's playing the music is doing all right job here. Oh, wow. Keep it playing. All right, here comes Sid Schneider. Shot off the crossbar, perhaps. I heard a little bit of a ting. There's a pass to the net front by Strozak. Another shot for Schneider. Wildcats threatening to get their first of the day. Yeah, let Eddie keep playing. Here we go. Don't be indecisive about it. Just let it play. Two River is able to gain possession off the draw. Strozak. Good strong back check. That makes a difference too. Here's Britz. On the regroup for the Wildcats. Turns to the wall. Pass ahead to Brink. Brink will dump. And that one's good. Britz able to backhand it deep. But still collected first by the Riveters. Here's Strozak. Pass up. That was going to pull the Wildcats back into the neutral zone. Clemens and McLean will play catch. McLean to Smith. Tipped back in from Strozak. She'll go off for a change. Offsides. 2:03 left on the clock in the first period. Puck drops. Betts wins it back to Clemens. Clemens retreats behind the net. Trade spots with McLean. This breakout pass to Simonson. A fan on the pass. Wildcats still have a chance to get to it. And Smith will dump. Thrown back down ice. McLean picks up a stationary puck. Spins to her forehand. Pass to Addison Smith. And fired in on Stanislawski. Off the pads to the sidewall. Here's Petz. Backhand pass to Simonson. 24, Ellie Simonson moves to her backhand. Spins back to the wall. Goes cross ice. Carried out of the zone by the Riveters. Ritz running through some contact. Able to gain the zone. Cuts to the middle. Couldn't get a shot off, but good drive to the net. Schneider on the attack has Pena pinched down on the wall. Poke check right at the blue line by the Riveters. Pena playing hungry on the puck. She'll backhand it to Sid Schneider. Pena will have to retreat back into the corner, and she'll play it behind the net to Leah Britz. Brink's pass is behind Strozak. Strozak had to reach back and grab it. Got a piece of it. Here's Zara Pena. Off a Strozak stick and into the Riveter zone. And they'll let the final tenths of a second wane off the clock. We've got a 2-goal lead for the Two Rivers Riveters after one. Get a look at some of our varsity JV players coming back out on ice. Sylvia Berger, Ella Brockmeyer, Brooklyn Hen, Olivia Seraphin. Get a short break and we'll come back for the second period. Thanks for tuning in. All right, back for the second period. Kristen Strozak at center, Raven Brink at wing, Sylvia Berger at the opposite wing, Addie Clemens and Arpena at D. Strozak turns up ice at the red line, gains his own. She's driving wide, works by the goal line, pass to Berger. Berger's pass to the middle. Brink, she was tied up. Pena on the pinch. Holds possession for the Wildcats, spins back to the corner. Throws the puck to the opposite corner. Berger stepped in to fill in at defense, and she knifes down. Ribs able to exit the zone, but a good tie-up. Pena. Fellow Wildcats able to get back in the back check. Keeping the attack. Here's Berger. Snaps a shot wide of the net. Rebound picked up by Berger. Looks for options from the wall. Pass to Clemens. Thrown back low by Clemens. Rolling puck. Possession behind the net by the Ribs. Thrown up the sidewall. Brits locked up in battle. Smart play by Schneider to shimmy down the bench. She didn't want to drop down on the ice on the other side of the blue line. Would have been offsides. See what you can do. Backhand from the goal line. Trying to tuck one home. Brooklyn Hen. Tie up on the wall. As Brits pinch. And that will be an ice. Ribs slowing the game down. Wildcats coming out of the gate swinging. A closer look. Brooklyn Hen taking the draw for Waconia. Sid Schneider and Ella Brockmeyer forwards. Olivia Seraph and Aaliyah Brits at D. Brits rims one down low to Schneider. Schneider's pass intercepted or deflected. Hen stays on the attack. Turns it back the opposite way to Schneider. Back check by a 15 Hen. Brockmeyer off the wall, carried away and cleared. Held in. Hen makes a little play off the wall to herself. Snaps the puck up to the point to Seraphin. Seraphin shot, blocked. Here's a pet shot by Schneider. Low and on the ice, just missed the net. A tie up by Hen. Forcing offsides. Prevent his own entry. Josie Petz right off the draw. Starts the attack. She'll chip deep. Ellie Simonson going to retrieve. Shot on goal by Simonson, covered. Stop it with 14:22 left in the second period. The Riveters will break it out of their defensive zone, cross over the red line. Clemens able to push the attack to the outside. Puck's loose behind the net, played up to the point. Riveters step to the middle, shot blocked by Petz. Petz's pass is up ice to Addie Smith. Smith on a one-on-one is going to drive wide. Throws a shot. Wide off the back wall, picked up at the hash marks. And the Riveters, they cut to the middle, and Clemens will dump. Puck will rim up the sidewall into the Wildcats' end. Arpena picks it up for Waconia. A zone exit pass to Addie Smith. Smith to Brink. Brink shots low, bounces up, had Strozak going hard to the net. Get played out. Puck is on its edge, rolling, kind of a frisbee. Slowed it down enough to negate the icing. Britz's pass off the wall to herself. That does the trick, and didn't have enough to get across the blue line. Pena uses the net as a screen. Breakout pass blocked. Pena picks it up off the wall. Turns back up ice. Sees Berger cross ice. Raven Brink will chip it into the zone. Pena to Britz. The team's just struggling for possession of the puck. It's changing hands quite a bit. Brink turns back to the sidewall. Pass to Brink was Britz's pass to Brink was picked off. And Pena's going to try her hand at the breakout. Held in at the blue line. Shot in on Stanislawski. Covered. Schneider hustles up to the point for a poke check. Had it for a moment. Here's Brooklyn Hen, pins a player on the wall. Schneider picks it up. Puck tipped by Brockmeyer. Hen behind the net. Pass to the corner to Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer cycles high to McLean. McLean will sweep it across the ice to Seraphin. Seraphin shot is high. Gloved away to the hash marks and a clear. The Two Rivers player coming hard to the puck. McLean has some limited time here. She'll reverse behind the net. Pass off of Schneider's tape and thrown back deep by the ribs. Seraphin breakout pass to Brockmeyer and a pass to Hen. Ribs defender able to sidestep the attack and get a shot in. Puck was loose. Wildcats got a gift there. I think the shot, Stanislawski made the initial save and thought she had it covered, dropped between her pads, and we got the whistle. So live to fight another day. Simonson collects, snaps a pass up. That's going to go down ice. It's going to be a foot race to the puck. Addie Smith ties up for Waconia. Petz comes down to support. Petz carries it on the goal line. Here's a pass behind the net. Simonson tried to find Petz going back to the net. Deflected away. Good pinch by Ara Pena. Puck's going to go down below the goal line. Pena stays on the attack. Ribs have a 2-on-1 chance. Poke checked away by Addie Clemens. T-Bone Smith gains the red line and dumps. Strozak will be the first one on the ice for the Wildcats. All three forwards changing up. Ribs able to clear. Seraphin snaps a pass to Britz. Pass ahead to Strozak. Strozak moves to her forehand side, throws a puck to the net. Here's a chance. Puck is still loose. Referees holding on to the whistles there. Here's a shot tipped high over the net. Drawn the ire of the fans. Now they weren't too happy. There wasn't a quick whistle on that play. 2-on-2 battle. Wildcats victorious. Berger carries it away from the pile. So met at the hash mark. Seraphin will retreat across the blue line into the neutral zone, and the Ribs will dump. Britz's cross-ice pass. Chipped ahead by Strozak. tipped and bouncing at the blue line, but it is out of the zone and into Wildcat territory. Olivia Seraphin plays the puck to the corner, spins back into the corner. From her forehand, moves it up the wall. Brink is going to move it to the outside to Berger. Here comes Berger. Moves to her backhand. Spins to the hash marks. Will throw it across to the middle. Here's Brockmeyer. Left-handed shot and goal! Ella Brockmeyer getting the first tally of the day for the Waconia Wildcats, courtesy of Sylvia Berger. Berger drove into the zone and got a pass cross ice. And I don't quite know what this music is, but off the draw, Brockmeyer recovers, cycles back to the point. Tipped ahead by Brockmeyer. There's Schneider. Goes past to the neutral zone. Wildcats able to recover possession. Hen's going to race to the loose puck. Reverses directions behind the net. Pass to Schneider on the tape. Here's a shot. Save. Another shot by Schneider. Caught the goalie in the pads. Wildcats still have a chance. Here's Brockmeyer. Pass off the wall to McLean. McLean's shot. Didn't get enough on it, but there's a little tip by Brockmeyer to move it ahead. And she'll back check, pick it up. Great shift out of number 11. Shipped behind the net by Brockmeyer. Played off the wall by the Riveters, held in at the blue line by McLean. And the Wildcats regroup in their zone. Pena. Short pass to Petz. Petz moves it ahead to Schneider. Beyond Schneider's reach. Petz will dump it. Wildcats will have to tag up. Simonson on the forecheck. Forces the turnover. Throws a pass to the middle. Nobody home. Petz is on the back check. Smith picks it up. Loose puck. Cuts to the outside. Going to get a tripping penalty against the Riveters. 6:16 left in the second period. A chance to tie this one up. Shape it up power play for the Waconia Wildcats. They have Kristen Strozak, Sylvia Berger, and Raven Brink at forward, Ara Pena and Aaliyah Britz at defense. Puck recovered off of the draw by the Riveters, thrown up the sidewall and thrown in deep by Britz. Brinks pass to the middle. Pena, shot from the high slot, hits the goalie high in the glove. That one had top corner written on it. And that would be a successful clear, but just enough to pull the Wildcats into the neutral zone. They go back on the attack. Berger gains his own. Poke check at the blue line. Wildcats will have to come back into neutral zone territory. Berger, cross-ice pass to Brink. Brink to the middle, tipped in by Strozak. Thrown away. Puck was sitting in an open crease. Minute 10 left on the power play for Waconia. Britz off the wall to Pena. Pena up ice to Strozak. Bouncing puck. Raven Brink will throw it on net. Defender for the two Riveters able to find a little bit extra space. Throws it down ice. Seraphin turns the corner, throws a puck off the boards. Tipped in by Brockmeyer. There's 30 seconds left on the power play. Puck held in right in front of the Waconia bench. Here's a pass to the net by Schneider. And a zone clear. McLean finds Hen right at the blue line. Hen drives in on her backhand, drops it off for Brockmeyer's shot is going to be deflected high over the net, but good quality looks, good zone entries for Waconia. The shot in the tip. Oh my God! Play goes on. Brockmeyer from the back wall, pass to Schneider. Schneider looking to find Hen wide open. Back check by Brooklyn Hen. Olivia Seraphin able to get enough, get a block on the shot. Yeah, it hit a couple things, rattled around, then it sat on the goal line. Loose puck came to McLean. Seraphin to Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer, if she just burns wide, she's all alone with the goalie. Shot, blocker, saved, deflected over the net. Hen stays on it. Brockmeyer stays on it. Puck is going to roll to the corner. Recovered by the Ribs. Interception by Smith. And thrown deep. Arapena fires a pass in the neutral zone to Simonson. Yeah, on that play, the puck didn't go in. I think they hit an inner post. The puck didn't bounce in the net, bounced out of the net, but then it came back in front of the crease. Thought the Wildcats were going to tie this one up. Still got 2 minutes and 45 seconds to do it. Riveters chip deep. Petz throws a puck up the wall to Smith. There's a shot, blocked. Simonson throws him into neutral zone. And back deep by the Riveters. Pena pinned down the wall, has Simonson coming back to help. Pass from behind the net off the sidewall and cleared by Strozak. From an ease, Simonson plays it ahead. Strozak chips deep. Forces a turnover. Tries to wrap one around on her backhand. Berger with some good stick work on the tie-up. We're out of frame. Poke check by Leah Britz. Recovered and dumped. That'll be an icing. Minute 26 left in the second period. We'll take a short break. The intermission, come back for the third period. And we do have the varsity Wildcats going right after JV game. I believe it's a 3 p.m. puck drop. And wins the draw, kicks it back to Britz. Britz will throw it deep. Schneider loads up a shot. Just wide of the net. Britz throws it deep. Number 15, Brooklyn Hen. She'll be the first on the forecheck. Puck comes to the point to Seraphin. Seraphin's shot hits traffic, recovered by the Riveters. Riveter player lost an edge. McLean recovers. Olivia Seraphin for the Wildcats. It's off the wall to Schneider. Fired cross ice, won't be an icing. Grace McLean has a rolling puck, turns up ice. Pass to Brockmeyer connects. Brockmeyer's passes off of Schneider's skates. Well, 10 seconds left in the second period. There's a chance for the Wildcats to tie this up. Brockmeyer shots wide. Pets off the side of the net. Carried away by the Riveters, and that's going to do it for 2 periods. Wildcats lead into the deficit, just down a goal. good matchup after 2 periods. We'll come back in 15 minutes after a quick resurface. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you soon. After the third period, the Wildcats about to tie this one up. There's a track out. Back in deep. That nice puck will go behind the net. Fleming's pass didn't get enough on it. His pass is had a rain by teeth. Felt it in my feelings. Good pop. I have to go back and check that one out on the replay. I think I got a good angle on it. With the icing on the riveters. On the dump, Swarzak carries it away. Great chip from the neutral zone. That would be nice. Swarzak makes a nice play through the hands. Sylvia Berger. Great. Look at the Swarzak. On these pitches. Swarzak right there too. Good away from danger. Neutral zone plays where you deep to serve, sends it up the wall. Back in the neutral zone. Dump and then Wildcats choose that forward. So Simons actually come on the ice. This is a shutout. That's crossing the blue line. Check away and raise the plane. Back in his own territory. Lemon steps out, sends it back in up the wall. Across the goal line behind the net. And the Riveters going up the wall, and then Clemens finds it, goes deep. That's up to the net there. Back away. That gets a shot, go wide of the net. Simonson from the wall. That's tip down low to Smith. Smith trying to go back to Fox. The wall is playing and she will go. Simonson's pass, shot by Smith. Wide of the Wildcats getting some chances down low. Puck down, plays the pass across ice. Across the red line. From his own, Mohawks out. Still has it pinned on the wall. Travel behind the net. Go check by Simonson. Get the hand. Shot off the third chip box. Back end deep stays on the top. Schneider stepping in secondary support. Stick check by Brock. Point shot low, wide of the net. And the trees on the wall should play it deep before it's hung up in. Riveters play the skate, the slap shot, maybe tip. Shot on net, stick skate, probably 15 minutes on the dot. Left is regulation. Wildcats down the hole, but threatening to tie this thing up. Swarzak, Berger, Frank, Forrest, Riveters front right blue line by Fritz. Poke check. First to play. Nobody home. Versus the length of the ice. Clemens comes back to pick it up. Pass off the wall to Berger. And back on the wall. Pass to slow down the attack just a little bit, still recovered by the Riveters. Chance from the point in the wall. Deflected out Stanislavski, pull check away. Picked up by Addison Smith. Smith is looking at an option in the middle and Brink. Brink clears off for a trip. Icing on the Riveters. Down to the opposite end of the ice. They're digging in deep. This is what it is. It's been a good 15, 20 years since I've heard that song. Might have even had the CD. What the hell's the CD? That's it. I don't know what it is. No, it's over. Ritz. Pass intercepted. Simonson comes back to retrieve from Waconia. Miscommunication by the Riveters. Next takes advantage of it, moves his own. Covered by the Riveters, though. Travel up the sidewall. Poke check by Ritz. Good win in the corner. Back through the slot. Rockmeyer. That's the middle left-handed shot from bounce in. That got an extra whack on it. Steps up secondary support. He was able to gain possession. Travel up the wall and tip his group his own. Pass deflected before he covered, gets the block fire nonetheless. Pass it to the bench.
Grab it deep.
Snyder on the fourth shot. Rockmeyer heading off the attack. She got a stick on it. Goes behind the net. And then muscle to the corner. Retrieves, turns up ice. They have the speed on the attack. They left the dump. Pulls up behind the net, change direction. See the reach down the stairs after that, they reach. Two Riveters. Back on the off that end, there's a shot. Stay safe by Stanislavski. Right off the paddle. Hear that sound. Here's a backhand shovel keeping the puck rolling right off that end. Brooks picks it up. Pushes the Riveters, keeps the puck deep for the Wildcats. Stands up to the test. Not over yet though. Wildcats need to get possession. Get out of the defensive zone. Get to it first. That slows that down to the net. Shot in. That's it. That's Stanislawski. Rebound is up in the right. Pass to Strozak. Strozak still able to get it. Throws up the back marks. Has a trail in Clemens. Trade spots with her. Drives on the back net. Pass to the middle. Sid Schneider at the top of the circle. He's going to fire a shot on that side. Schneider put her own shot. Here's the fire in the middle. Shot gets blocked. Going deep. 7-10 left on the clock. Trying to get the equalizer. Puts it to the outside. Another stick upside up. Back checking forward. The opposite direction. It's a full check is successful. Turnover picked up a circle. She lost it in the corner. Trying to get to her knees, get onto her feet. That's in the zone entry. The zone entry. Not that's on. Pick it up. Poke check. Come down low. Maybe a safe and got the stick there. Science need to get clear. Might be an icing against the Wildcats. 5:51 left in the third. They got the drop up into the net. Center pass didn't connect. Dangerous play. Does that. On the brink. Way back to the line. Clemens throw it to the net. Off the back wall. Great centering pass. Doesn't connect. Overby picks it up. Back up the wall. Saucer going on the back end. Clemens is showing that. Strozak. Second shot. Right off the back wall. Picks up the side wall and throws out of the zone. Sylvia Berger. There's the offensive zone. Drives wide. Clemens shot. Strozak shot on that. Back save. That was Strozak back in. Simonson forward blitz and Seraphin. Simonson sticks with it. Plays the opposite corner. Up the wall, that blitz. Good tie up by Abby Smith. Here's Pat stepping in support. Back up to Simonson. Rosenbat's in the zone. It's a shot, stick away. Good on drop runner. That's Henry's support. Pass to Clemens. Clemens towards the camp. There on the wall, no ice, and that's drained up the wall, and that's off the zone. Clemens goes up to Schneider. That's size. Why? Stanislavski to the bench to get the extra attacker. Back to the action. This one, couple of times. Goes off the wall to Berger. Loose puck play back to front. Liberties.
Yeah, go Blaine!
That third is on. Goes up. Drives out the break. Successful. Will be an icing with a minute or 6 left. That's enough time to tie a game up. That's enough time to win a game.
Face up. There we go.
Shot, bad save, rebound, just up the Schneider ready to let one off the chain. Ties off the draw. Take below the goal line. Stanislavski's on the bench. Wildcats have the extra attack. Check to the corner. Battle for the puck. Going to the puck. Pass net. Across the ice. Waconia is going to throw it deep. Two Rivers goes to the net. Clear. Wildcats are to the net. 16 seconds left on the clock. About to do it for the third period. A little bit more sense of urgency. They were lost in this game, but matchup throughout. Thanks for tuning in. First of 2 matchups on the day, Saturday afternoon. Wildcats on the road in West St. Paul taking on the Two Rivers Riveters. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you for the next one. I'll leave the mic on. We'll see you at the next one.